Let's get down to the Verizon Center. Tim Brandt standing by there, waiting for Game 3 of the Wizards and Cavaliers.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Allison. Hey, Leon. There is a whiteout in effect here at Verizon Center. Can you see this? What a great look to this. There are 20,173 seats here in the phone booth. And this afternoon, the Wizards staff spent more than 4.5 hours putting a white T-shirt on every single one of the seats. The shirt says Playoffs 08, rewriting the rules, and they'll need that tonight. Whiteout in the stands, but tonight on the court, Game 3, Wizards and Cavs, the color will be black and blue.
For the players, the physical play of this series is nothing out of the ordinary.
That's the way it's always been.
It's going to be hard fouls, guys. It's going to be tempers out there.
Not playing dirty, you know, it's basketball.
Brendan Haywood's hard foul on LeBron James has defined this series so far.
Haywood, that's got to be a flagrant.
But Haywood thinks it's who he fouled, not how he fouled, that got him thrown out of Game 2.
When you foul one of the game's best players, people look at it a little differently. If that's Delonte West, they throw him out of the game for that? Doubt it.
Some would say James is given as good as he's gotten, and the Cavs have gotten away with a lot more than they've been called for.
He's done some things as far as elbowing Andre Blatch in the mouth. That was a blatant elbow.
Hard fouls from both sides have certainly gotten the refs' attention, but don't expect Haywood or anyone else to lighten up for Game 3 tonight.
We're taking advantage, getting to the free throw line, so we just can't get intimidated and got to continue to go there.
I don't expect anything to change with him and the rest of our bigs protecting the paint. The guys coming down the middle, you know, we're not going to let them get layups.
Just about an hour ago, Timeout Entertainment was warming out here on the court. Roll this video because, Leon, it reminded me of you. This is what you used to look like on the court. How about these guys? They'll perform during the breaks tonight, and I don't know if they can top this, but that is some kind of sweet action, like sweet Georgia Brown. How about that? Wizards and Cavs, Game 3, coming up at Verizon Center. Back to you.
All right, good deal. Thanks, Tim. See you in a bit.
All right, we'll be right back.
Game 3, Wizards Cavaliers. Tim Brandt's at the Verizon Center. Tell us about it, Tim.
Hey, Gordo, it's another one of those situations where the home team has its back to the wall. I mean, this is Game 3 of the best-of-7 series, and the Cavaliers lead 2-0. A loss by the Wizards tonight could be devastating. That's Antoine Jamison. He was the first one out to come out and shoot right after 5 o'clock today. He's always the first one. He looked pretty good. He certainly was loose, and he was very, very focused. Take a look at some numbers. The Cavaliers have won 8 straight playoff games against Washington, dating back to 2006. 8 straight. 3 of those 8 have been here in the phone booth. The Cavs just seem to have the Wizards' number.
This is not pressure. This is a great environment to be in, to play basketball in. And we're going to seize hold of the opportunity.
We're going to do our job out there tonight. You know, just leave it all out there on the court, man. It's definitely a must-win situation, and, you know, everybody's just, you know, anxious to get out there on the court.
All right, you can see the front of Karan's head. I want you to take a look at the back of his head. He got a haircut, and into his hair he had cut in the words tough juice. Look at that. You can look for it on the tube tonight. Believe me, trust me, it says tough juice. I just hope tonight it's not fresh squeezed. All right, a couple of other quick notes for you. The Nationals have sent pitcher Ray King down to Columbus. He struggled a little bit last night. They bring up Mike O'Connor, the former GW star, the Nats and the Mets again tonight at the ballpark. College basketball, Georgetown has Vernon Macklin is going to transfer, which means the Hoyas have now lost Hibbert, Wallace, Ewing, and now Macklin. All right, this is Thursday. That means the high school athlete of the week. And tonight we introduce you to a future star named Makita Bullock from Ballou High School. She is the captain of the softball team.
Makita Bullock packs in a tight schedule.
Where do I start?
First things first, she's the eyes and ears of Ballou softball.
She's a leader on the field. She's the catcher. She put people in position. People don't like to steal on her going down to second base because she can throw it down there.
Bullock was also the captain of the basketball and volleyball teams. If that wasn't enough, she kept stats for the football and boys basketball teams as well. And she's a member of the National Honor Society.
I do so much during the daytime that time management is really essential.
But to top it all off, Makita will be graduating in only 3 years.
It's been a really good accomplishment for me and my family. I couldn't have done it without them.
So congratulations to Makita Bullock, our high school athlete of the week.
Way to go, Makita. Back here at the phone booth again. It's Game 3, Wizards and Cavaliers. We'll have highlights and we'll have post-game for you coming up at 11 o'clock. Back to you.
All right, Tim. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
A 29-inch vertical leap a long jump of 8 feet 8 inches, and a 4.9140. That was just the beginning of Jai Lewis's 90-minute workout in front of 11 NFL scouts and a bunch of onlookers, including Jai's former Mason teammate Lamar Butler.
He looks good to me. Big fella's moving, so I'm proud of him.
I mean, I think it went good, doing drills I haven't done in 5 years, so hopefully the scouts can see that I got potential.
We pushed him hard.
Bengals assistant and former NFL tight end Jonathan Hayes should know he went one-on-one with Jai.
His strength was better than I had anticipated.
If somebody take the patience and willing to teach me some things, I can pick it up real quick.
I hope the Redskins take him, but no later than the 7th round.
What do you think of him as a tight end possibly in the NFL?
I'm not tackling him.
This time on CGW, is there more to Tiger's knee surgery than Team Woods is letting on? Look at the latest view from Yahoo Sports tour writer Michael Arkish. Hello, everyone, and thanks for spending part of your weekend with us here on Toyota's Capital Golf Weekly. I'm Dave Lucas. I think what we can gain from all this is this was a more serious injury than we thought it was, and it may take him longer to rehab to get back at the game. What do you think?
Well, the word is 4 to 6 weeks, and that'll play in Jack's tournament, the Memorial, at the end of May, and that'll be fit for Torrey Pines. And everybody points out a few years ago when he took that length of time, the last knee injury, he came right back, Torrey Pines in the Buick, and won by 4 shots. However, he's 32 years old now. This was a more serious operation.
Yes.
There was cartilage they found on the knee. For years, we've been worried about the torque that Tiger puts in his swing. Will it have consequences at some point? Perhaps.
And we're looking at Tiger's swing right now. And slow motion really doesn't do it justice. If you go on a practice range prior to a tournament and watch him hit balls and know that he's usually only hitting those at about 75-80% anyway, the thing that just leaps out at you is the club head speed and the torque that he puts on his upper body and the tension between the upper body and the lower body and the forces in there. It's no wonder that he has to work so long and so hard in the gym to keep the muscles at that level of fitness. And then on the top, this would be UVA's orange, white, and blue women's model. And that's the one we're going to focus on right now. My joys come in the colors of 40 colleges and universities and all the Major League Baseball teams. And if the team colors aren't cool enough, these are first-rate shoes beneath the Virginia Crossed Cutlasses and Block V. Now, My Joys are based on FootJoy's very flexible Contour series. So did you get all 3 of them? Adam Scott caught everybody's attention with his wonderful win at the 08 Byron Scott. He made this 48-footer to win the event on the 3rd extra hole, his 7th official win on the PGA Tour. But this is a woman who is dominating women's pro golf right now.
Well, she is in a way that Annika Sorensson did, but I think that she's tremendously, not that Annika wasn't stable, but Annika had a lot of other things going on, including all her business development, including her divorce, and Ojea really doesn't. She's stable and has not those variables going on in her life. So she thinks she has a great opportunity.
I think she's an interesting personality, too. She's made this thing now of, before the tournament, she gets together with the grounds crew, predominantly Spanish-speaking
where she has a great conversation
men
with
and women.
Yes.
She has a nice time with them, so she's being very true to her roots in her community. It's always a pleasure.
Right.
Thank you
okay.
so
yes.
much
You're
for
welcome,
doing
Dave.
this.
Yeah.
Good to see you as always, and that's going to do it for this edition of Capital Golf Weekly. For our guests, the entire CGW crew, I'm Dave Lucas. Play well. We'll see you here next time.